This is the Mott Hall School in East Harlem, New York. Most of our population comes from the Washington Heights, Inwood area. It's predominantly Hispanic, about 85% Hispanic, about 8% African American, and the rest is mixed. Typically, you'd have about over 1,000 students in a middle school. This is a magnet school. We have approximately 430 students.
The Mott Hall School actually pioneered the use of laptops years ago and was one of the first schools in the country to do so. And it's a full laptop school.
Initially, it was funded through Title I monies and through funding provided through the district. Parents paid, it was a lease-to-own program, parents paid $35, and the district came up with the additional funding. And they were to pay for the entire amount over 3 years, and then the laptop became the student's property.
And kids are just doing wonderful projects, creating websites. And that school really serves as a wonderful model for our faculty to look at a technology-rich environment. And it gives our students a sense that even a school that's in a minority community in an urban environment can be an effective and wonderful place.
Yeah, it takes time to set up a class. I've set up monitors. I have power cord monitors who loan out power cords. Students don't have surge protector monitors who lay them out in different parts of the room. I have handout monitors for when we go on the internet using the Ethernet cards and cords to plug in, make sure they collect them, put everything away. And that takes time, of course. And it takes about 10 minutes of class time, but we have an hour period. Remember, you go to classes on the right-hand side, under classes, okay? You click on CM 8210, okay? And under resources, you're gonna see the Nutrition Quest. I put that link in. And you click on view to be able to see it. You know, after the novelty is over, kids get used to using it. And goes back to the classroom management issue. You set up routines. It's like, you know, the kids know once they come in, okay, take out the laptops, set them up, and I have my monitors, and the monitors do their thing. And we just keep going. What I want to do now is I want you to open up Microsoft Word. Yes. And what I want you to do is to create a small Word web. We're going to take about 5 minutes on nutrition. Just minimize Internet Explorer and go into Microsoft Word.
He participated in our Culture Quest in the summer. He did a Culture Quest on manga, which is the animation in Japanese animation.
Some of the resources that I learned that I used, for example, the citation machine for bibliography, which is an excellent resource, which I have all the kids using. I learned through Sheila Gersh. We learned also on researching, searching skills, which we work on, and I work on particularly with the students to help them limit the amount of time that they spend on research. Don't spend too much time on the aesthetics about it. I'm worried more about the content, okay? Oh, don't cheat. I want you to write your own. It's what you know. It's what you know. A part of it is the Culture Quest, even though the focus is basically on nutrition, but we're going to look at the cultural factors that affect their nutrition. We'll look at different groups, and we're going to be studying a bit of Japan to see what is the difference in the Japanese diet and the American diet.
He's continuing to use the theme of Japan, and he wants his students to compare the foods that students eat in Japan with what the daily diet is like for teens here in U.S. So it's a combination with their science curriculum and also part of the technology skills that he's trying to teach them.
So what I want you to do now, since you know so much, I want you to take the introductory quiz, the nutrition quiz, and let's see how well you do. My objective today was to open their awareness with regards to nutrition and health-related issues regarding nutrition. The learning activities that went on today, we created a word web on nutrition just to get a basic idea of what they have, what their knowledge base is regarding nutrition. Then gave them a pre-test on nutrition, which I created, and then I had them read the articles that inform them more with regards to certain facts regarding general nutrition. And then we discussed those articles and what touched them the most. In other words, I wanted to know what they actually learned. And so from their experience, I asked them what was the fact that they learned that caught their eye the most. And so we discussed that. When I'm creating a website, I have to do the research and go through the process and look at what are the barriers that some of the students may come into. So it helps me go into and look at what is the thought process that goes behind student learning, much better than if I was just simply developing a lesson. And I go back and revise the site constantly. So if you'll look at the last revision date, you'll see that it changes on a daily basis.
What caught my eye during the quiz was that I answered the question when it asked me, do people drink water on a daily basis? I put yes, and it surprised me to find out that they don't, so that a lot of people don't drink water on a daily basis. Oh, and there was something on one of the links about trade-offs food, that in order to increase nutrition, people usually do what's called the trade-off, where they're, like, instead of buying ice cream, they buy frozen yogurt. Like, they trade off fatty foods and substitute them with nutrition ones.
They're going to work on this quest for about 3 weeks. I see them twice a week. So they'll be working on this. They're going to be creating websites based on questions that they've encountered that they feel that they would like to create more research on. They're going to work in cooperative groups. They're going to create quizzes themselves. They're going to create word searches, activity pages regarding nutrition. And of course, they're going to look for and provide links related to their general questions so that people can research more on their focus question. There'll be 2 assessments. One, I have some quiz questions which they'll have to research through the entire unit to be able to answer the questions. And I give them the questions. The questions are actually on the site. And they know that I will pull 3 or 4 questions from the questions that are on the site, and they're going to be quizzed on. There's nothing different, not even the wording. Everything is exactly the same. They have to research, and they're open-ended questions. So it's pretty open on that. And also I'll be looking at the content, and I'll give them a rubric on the website so that they know what are the expectations with regards to what their websites should have. And I look at my bulletin board and at the bulletin boards in the school, and that's where, you know, student products are put up. Now, you know, students will have their products put up on the web. And so that helps to motivate them even more, because they can actually go home and say, well, you know what, you know, before I could only see what I did at school on the wall, but now I can show it to my friends. If I have family that's in another country, I can email them the link and I can show them actually what the product, the site, and they say, look, this is something that I created. The kids like it because it's very interactive and engaging, and it includes the whole multimedia experience. And that's what they're used to. You know, this is the TV generation. They're used to seeing, you know, with the games and the TVs, it's a lot of pictures and lights and sound, and so, you know, education has to sort of go with the flow a little and sort of become a little, you know, jazzy and flashy, and it gives you an opportunity to take certain units, you know, above and beyond what you could actually do. And over the years, as I see students, I see that the amount of students that are overweight is increasing at a geometric rate, and it's alarming. I look at what the students eat in the morning. They come in and they're eating a candy bar and drinking a soda. They have no idea what they're doing to their bodies and what's going to happen later on in life if they don't take care of themselves. And of course, the purpose of school is to prepare them for life. And so I was motivated to start the Nutrition Quest to help them, to guide them. I mean, I know it's not going to reach everyone, but if I can change the eating habits of 2 or 3 students, then you know what, then the unit was worth it.